global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. We have a breaking news here for you, and it's in respect to the crisis in AsoRock. Don't forget that Tunde, also known as Sabiu, Yusuf, and Buhari and her family had some issues a few days ago. There are a lot of things that are coming up, and we're going to be discussing that in our analysis. But then the breaking news is that Buhari has decided, after the investigation, to sack a lot of people in AsoRock. So, which means those who have been so comfortable of being in AsoRock, the presidency, because most people are just wondering, are you sure it is Buhari? Some people are saying it's not Buhari, it's actually the cabal that is behind the sacking. But however, let's just give you a lowdown of the breaking news. And it has it that the president, Muhammadu Buhari, has fired his security details and other persons in AsoRock over the role they played in the crisis between his wife Aisha and Sabiu Tunde Yusuf, his assistant. Those fired by Buhari on Wednesday include his chief personal security officer, chief detail to president, ADC to the first lady, escort commander, ADC National Defense Council, and 37 others from the villa. Wow, that's serious. It has been reported on Tuesday that President Buhari was deeply angered by the embarrassing crisis in AsoRock and was preparing to fire his security details and soon top 8 for the role they all played in dragging presidency into the mud. It was gathered that President Buhari decided to take the step after Maman Dwara, his nephew and one of his closest confidants, was seen weeping as he made his way to his office. Dwara was said to have informed Buhari that his security aides were not only after Yusuf's life, but his own as well. Buhari gave the nod for all persons involved in the alleged threat to the lives of the two men to be removed. The crisis started with Yusuf's refusal to embark on a 14-day isolation period after returning to Abuja from a trip to Lagos last week. This led to the arrest and eventual redeployment of the aide-de-camp to Mrs. Buhari and other security details attached to her, after it was claimed that they threatened to kill the president's assistant in the process of trying to get him out of the villa. Inside sources say the latest step by the president could further stir the bad blood among the different power blocks in AsoRock, especially with the first lady vying to take a pound of flesh for being embarrassed by Yusuf and other cabal members. Wow, a lot is actually happening. And one of the things that I just heard recently, I read it in the media, and it says that what triggered the ADC of Aisha Buhari to fire gunshot was because Hanan Buhari, who is also the daughter of Buhari, was actually pushed down by Yusuf. I don't know how true but that's the info. It's been trending for a while now. Said that was the reason why the ADC had to shoot. But however, we've heard a bunch of guys have been kicked out of AsoRock because they were getting overly comfortable with the place. Though most people are still wondering, is it cabal? Is it the presidency? Because whenever you're talking about the presidency, it is very, very plenteous. So, Loretta is the presidency, Shehu Gaba, presidency, Femi Adesina, presidency. We also know that Maman Dwara is president. So there are a lot of presidency there. I think it's just a household name now in Nigeria, presidency. But however, let's just look at some of the things that had contributed to this reaction. One of the things that really triggered this reaction, according to the reports that we've gotten thus far, I think it's actually the whipping of one of the aides and also Maman Dwara, because the information we had was that Maman Dwara cried and went straight to the office of the president and said that that Yusuf is not the only one that has been facing threat, but also Maman Dwara has also been facing it. And I begin to wonder that there is so much power in this guy's TSO, because if his TS alone can cause people who are key security, per details to the president to be sacked. It therefore means that we can queue up behind him and beg him to cry before Buhari, and possibly when he cry, he will wake up and say, no, these things cannot happen again. The guy's tears is so costly. Tears that is bigger than that of the whole of Nigeria. Just crying. Buhari jump into action, not caring whether the wife is involved or whether the wife is not involved. As far as Mama Ndwara is involved, something must be done. And we have seen the effect of it. A lot of chunk of guys have been kicked out of their own position. Why? Because one man cried. Serious. It's very serious, We wish that we can have like 10 Mama Ndwara and they are located in different states, and we just tell them, start crying. And we will film it and send it across the presidency. And then something will happen. All these issues we are having, I believe it wouldn't have happened. But however, let's still keep pushing on because, most of the things that we are seeing, it's really not good enough for a country of disrepute. Nigeria has been known to be the giant of Africa. But unfortunately, somebody once said, and I quote the person, he said that the giant of Africa now turned to the laughing stock of Africa. God forbid. We are going ahead. And let me just read one or two reactions of Nigerians for you to hear what is really going on in the minds of Nigerians. And this one says here that what is happening is actually not Buhari, but possibly it is Mama Ndwara or Shehu Gabar that is behind it. Another one says the rippling effect from the firing of these ones, once close to the seat of power, will reveal a lot of undercurrent and cover-ups that took place and still taking place inside AsoRock and the presidency. In the end, what has been seen shall never be unseen. This is a very strong one, I can assure you, what this person is saying, because the truth of the matter is beyond just Nigeria. AsoRock is also a place that there had been a lot of politics. And most of the people that had been sacked now are in the center of it. And I feel that them being pushed out of that position will force them to open their mouth and speak. And based on what this person has said, I think we should be watching in the next few weeks, in the next few months. There are some information that may filter into the ears of Nigerians that will be totally unthinkable. So I think this is a very good contribution. The sacking of these people, because these are people who are in AsoRock. Guess what? I believe strongly that they may possibly had been some argument, there had possibly been some quarrels that had not been leaked into the public because of the fact that these security guys make sure those things do not really filter out. Remember that there was a particular time the daughter of Mama Ndwara, talked down on Aisha Buhari, and Aisha Buhari, it was a video, reacted to it and said that the girl actually made him angry. And she said something that during that time this thing happened, that the security detail in the presidency, they were all available, they were all around. None of them reacted to it. None of them. So, which means that some of them know that invisible hand that is running the affairs of the country because of the way the position of the presidency now. There is this invisible hand. Most people will, in a video that we published some time ago, a Ghanaian man talked about it and said the truth, that there's a particular age someone gets to, he can't be overly active. So there must always be this invisible person behind him who is running the affair. Nigeria is too big a country for just an old man who had issues with his health, who is very vulnerable health-wise, to run it. You must be fit and capable before you run it. So if you see a sick man in Nigeria or someone who is not overly strong, running the affairs of this country, there is this invisible hand that is helping him out. And these guys, as they are kicking them out of that position, they may come out and begin to spill the beans. But however, we are still waiting to see. These are some of the things that we have seen. Most people say on the media or on the social media platform that points to the fact that things are actually happening. And another one here says here, this news is shocking in nature. The more you look, the less you see. AsoRock palaver. Another one says here, I weep for this country. Buhari has made AsoRock second Dwara. Now to import cows and cattle for AsoRock, Nain remain. Oh my God, have mercy on us. Another one here says it's either Buhari and his wife are going through a cold war, or some folks in AsoRock don't respect the woman as they think they are closer to Buhari than his wife. Maybe part of the illiterate Hausa culture where women are supposed to be seen, not heard. Tell me, can anyone in AsoRock wage war against Mama Peace, Yar'Adua's wife, or Stella Obasanjo? Tell me, what official position does Dwara and his family command in this country that they should be feeding fat on our taxpayers' money in AsoRock and constituting a nuisance? The last I checked, it's only Trump and his family that reside permanently in the White House. Not even the official aides and security details are resident there. They come and go. Wow, that's another issue that must be looked into. You know, this person is actually saying the truth. The question it's not a question that this is the first time we are hearing people ask that, hey, what's Mama and Dwara doing there? How can he be feeding from us? Though nobody can tell you exactly that he's actually been feeding from us. What is his position in this government that makes him so vital and makes him such that when he speaks, everything get torn apart? Nobody really know. But however, I would like to leave it there. Leave it in your hand. What do you think about the sack? Do you think it would trigger more exposition in the nearest future?